the Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet Kato, Britt Reid, daring young publisher, matches wits with the Underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reid in the thrilling adventure, The Gas Pen. The Green Hornet strikes again. Two hard-faced men sat in a compartment of a city-bound express from Washington. The larger, more aggressive-looking of the two did most of the talking.
Look, Spike. If we pull this job off right, we'll be on easy street.
Yeah. Why'd we have to go all the way to the junction this morning to get on this train and ride back? Could have met it in the city.
Because it was planned that way. That's why we parked our car near the station in the city before we left. All you gotta do is what you're told. I found out you know how to keep your mouth shut when we were doing time together in Stir, so I sent for you.
Sure. I'd like to know just what it is I'm getting into, Sartell.
Honest, Spike, I don't know myself yet.
What do you mean you don't know?
Just that. But we'll know before long. I'm expecting the guy to come to this compartment any minute. He's the one we'll be working for.
Who is he?
Oh, some guy from one of the consulates in the city. He's on the way back from Washington, and there he is now.
Senor Sartell, you're expecting me?
Yeah, sure. Come on in. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable, Mr. Pitt.
I am known as Pedro Camas.
Camas, huh? This is Spike. He's going to help me.
Good.
Cigarette?
Thank you.
Have a light.
Thanks. I'll come directly to the point.
That's what we're waiting for, ain't it, Spike?
Yeah. What's cooking? I was directed to you by my cousin, Hans Struber. I believe you and Hans were together for some time in...
Yeah, we were cellmates in the pen for a while. But he was there for being a Nazi. You being a South American, I don't see how you...
How we could be cousins? Well, very simple. I've been in South America for a long time. I have cultivated an accent, you see. But all Nazis have not been stamped out, my friend. What do you know? Ain't it risky for you? Sartell, can this man be trusted absolutely?
Sure, Spike's okay. He was a friend of Hans, too. What is the job you want done?
Now, listen carefully. I'm an attaché at a certain consulate in your city. There is a messenger on this train carrying papers from South America to the consulate. And in a small leather pouch. My underground friends must have those papers. You are to get that pouch. That's going to be a tough job, mister. How are we supposed to get it? You figure that out? Yes, I have.
How do we do it?
The consulate car, driven by the chauffeur, will meet the train. The car has a crest on the side, so you can easily spot him. Yeah, but if we stop that car and snatch some papers, we're taking a chance of getting caught later. With two guys to put the finger on it. The authorities will be looking for someone else, my friend.
What do you mean?
Look here. Here in my pocket, I have masks that will disguise you well.
Hey, they look like Green Hornet masks.
Exactly. Here, too, is a seal. A Hornet seal. Where'd you get that? The Hornet left that behind when he trapped Hans 3 years ago. Hans kept it. It is a genuine Hornet seal.
Say, this job's beginning to shape up right.
And it will pay well if you do it right, Sartell.
Okay. How do you want us to work it?
Do you have a car? You left one at the station?
Sure, a good fast one, too.
Good. Follow the consulate car from the station. When you reach a deserted stretch along the highway, you can stop them easily enough.
Yeah, sure.
Here also is a pen containing a small amount of gas. Use it on the chauffeur and leave the seal on the dashboard.
What about the other guy?
The messenger? It's very important, my friends, that he does not live to talk. Be careful. Wear gloves. Use the disguises and work fast. Tomorrow night I will call for the papers. Remember, you must not fail to get them.
Well, here's a good stretch of road. Not another car inside.
Move up on him now?
Yeah, step on it. We're closing up on him. Give the horn, Spike.
He's moving over.
Good. Put alongside and run him into the ditch.
Stop.
Pull in front and stop. That's it. Come on.
Right.
Make it snappy.
Why do you... The Green Hornet?
Yeah, that's right, bud. Here's some gas for you.
No. You cannot stop us like this.
There's you. Do your stuff, Spike.
Okay. Wait.
Lady, diplomatic, cuts missing. Read all about it. Here you are, sir. Special Street, paper.
The following morning, Britt Reid, young publisher of the Daily Sentinel, was in the city room discussing the murder with Mike Axford, one of his reporters, and with Gunnigan, the city editor.
Find out any more about that murder at police headquarters, Axford?
Nothing new, Reid. The Hornet gassed the chauffeur, killed the messenger, then swiped the pouch full of papers. The spalpeen had the nerve to leave a seal right on the dashboard of the car.
Yeah, sure looks like he wanted everyone to know he did it.
Yes, doesn't it?
Of course, the chauffeur thought it was the Green Hornet before he got gassed. He told Sarge so.
That puts the Hornet right in the middle.
I'll say it does. The whole country will be hunting for him now.
We'll need a good follow-up story, Axford. Go over to the consulate and try to get an interview with the consul. Maybe you can find out just what was in that missing pouch.
Okay, Reid.
And try to make it back here so we won't be trailing the Clarion with a story that ought to be due for the morgue.
Oh, stop beefing, will you, Gunnigan? The Clarion don't have a chance to get a beat when I'm on a story. Be seeing you shortly. So long.
Early that afternoon, Britt Reid was busy in his office when his secretary, Lenore Case, entered.
These letters are all ready for your signature, Mr. Reid.
All right, Miss Case. Just leave them on my desk.
Yes, sir.
Well, say, has Axford come back yet, do you know?
No, sir, he hasn't.
He went for an interview about 3 hours ago. He should have returned
Well, if you
back.
mean the interview at the consulate, Axford phoned a story to rewrite a while ago.
Oh, did he?
Yes, but Gunnigan isn't satisfied. Seems that Axford didn't see the consul, and the story doesn't amount to much.
Well, the consul probably isn't giving any interviews. Axford usually gets what he goes after.
I know. Well, it could be that he's just delayed.
Hi, Casey.
Well, we were just talking about you, Axford.
I suppose the minute my back is turned, that's all you do talk about.
The Daily Sentinel wouldn't be very interesting if we couldn't find anything else but you to discuss. What happened at the consulate?
Oh, that. Well, you see, Reid, they said the consul wasn't seeing anyone today, especially reporters.
I was afraid of that.
You took a long time getting back, Michael.
Is that so now? Well, I'll have you know I wasn't wasting the trip. So I asked who I could talk to over there. And after a while, a guy comes in, an attaché he was, and I asked him some questions.
Well, what did he have to say?
Well, Reid, to tell you the truth, the interview wasn't worth going after. But I tell you just what he did say, if you want me to.
Well, go ahead, tell me.
Well, this guy's name was Camus, Senor Pedro Camus. He took me into his own office just off the front hall and asked me what I wanted. So I commenced to ask questions. First of all, Mr. Camus, we want to know what was in that there pouch that was stole from the murdered messenger.
That, of course, I cannot say. There were papers of great international importance.
Oh, is that so? I guess that thieving Hornet will sell him for a lot of money, eh?
That may be so, senor. Needless to say, he went to great lengths to get those papers.
That's right. Killing a man and all.
The chauffeur was fortunate the Hornet used a gas pen on him instead of using his gun.
I guess you mean the gas gun he used to put the chauffeur out.
Perhaps that's as good a name as any. That gas pen is a very ingenious weapon at close quarters.
Yeah, that it is. I suppose you've questioned that chauffeur?
No, I leave that to the authorities. I hope your newspaper will stress the great importance of catching that Green Hornet before he has the opportunity to dispose of those papers.
Sure. The Daily Sentinel's out to get that Spalpeen's hide. You can bet on that. When do you think I can get to see the consul?
Perhaps he'll see the press tomorrow. He's quite upset about the whole thing, of course.
Oh, of course. Yes. I can see why he would be. Well, sir, I'll be getting along. I'll drop around the morning just in case.
Really didn't get much of anything from that interview, Axford. Say, what sort of a man is this Senor Camas?
Oh, kind of dark and heavy-set Reid. Talks with an accent, of course. And he's got eyes that look right through you, if you know what I mean. Got big, shaggy eyebrows, too.
Oh, by the way, Axford, what was the effect of the gas on that chauffeur, do you know?
Yeah, Sarge mentioned that, Reid. Said the chauffeur must have got just a slight whiff of the stuff. He wasn't out at all, like most of the people the Hornet gases. He just couldn't see and coughed a lot. But he stayed conscious and hailed a passing car a short time after the Hornet left.
Well, maybe the Hornet used tear gas on him this time.
Could be, Miss Case. Where does the chauffeur stay, Axford, do you know?
Sarge says he has a room at the consulate garage.
I see.
He's lucky the Hornet didn't kill him, too.
Yes. Almost looks as though the disguised killer wanted to leave a witness.
Well, that chauffeur's a witness to the fact that it was the Hornet who did it.
I suppose the police will leave a guard with the chauffeur so the Hornet can't get to him.
Nope. Sarge says if the Hornet wanted to kill that guy, he'd have done it then and there instead of just gassing him.
That seems logical, Axford.
Sure, that's the way I look at it, too.
You better go to the city room to see Gunnigan, Axford. He's been waiting for you to come back.
Okay, Casey. See you both later.
Well, I guess Axford's interview was a waste of time, wasn't it?
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Miss Case. Sometimes seemingly insignificant conversations can lead to startling headlines in this business. You never can tell.
It was dusk when Britt Reid left the Sentinel building and went to his apartment where Kato, his faithful Filipino valet, was waiting.
Well, you look serious, like something on mind, perhaps.
Are you kidding? After what happened last night, why shouldn't I be serious, Kato?
Oh, I mean you have looked like Green Hornet thinking of plan to turn tables on imposter.
Kato, you're familiar with those gas pens, aren't you? You know, looks like a fountain pen.
Oh, yes, sir. Such pens use small amount of tear gas. I see them advertised in magazines.
I'd like to know for certain that such a pen was used last night by that killer who posed as the Green Hornet. Also, I'd like to find out if the fact was mentioned that a gas pen was used.
Why do you think it important, Mr. Britt?
Because if a gas pen were used and the fact was not mentioned by the chauffeur, we'll be able to track down that killer before the night's over.
We'll continue our Green Hornet adventure in just a moment. In discussing the consulate killing with Kato, Britt Reid stated there was a possibility of tracking down the killer before the night was over. Kato's interest was immediately aroused.
Well, how you find out about gas pen, Mr. Britt?
The Green Hornet could find out from that chauffeur.
Suppose he not notice which kind of gas weapon killer use.
Even that fact would answer my question, Kato.
Will then Green Hornet go out in Black Beauty tonight?
Yes, right now. Let's go.
Stepping through a secret panel in the rear of a closet in a bedroom, Britt Reid and Kato went along a narrow passageway built within the walls of the apartment itself. This passage led to an adjoining building, which fronted on a dark side street. Though supposedly abandoned, this building served as the hiding place for the sleek, superpowered Black Beauty, streamlined car of the Green Hornet. Britt Reid pressed a button. The great car roared into life. A section of the wall in front raised automatically, then closed as the gleaming Black Beauty sped into the darkness.
I won't be long.
You certain there's no police guard?
Yes, unless they've changed their minds. Keep your eyes open. Be ready for a quick start.
I'll be ready.
Good. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Britt Reid moved like a shadow toward the small garage. Then he went noiselessly up the outside stairway that led to the room above. Reaching the landing at the top, he stood for a moment listening. Then he knocked on the door.
You again? Why do you come here?
To talk to you. But if you try any tricks...
No, don't shoot me. That must be the same gun you used to shoot.
Used to do what?
To kill the messenger last night.
You don't think this gun shoots gas, then, eh?
No, of course not. Last night you used what looked like a pencil or a pen.
So that's what you told the police, huh?
No, I just said I was gassed. I didn't mention what you used. It meant nothing. But that gun, don't use it on me. I can't harm you. Why should you kill me?
I didn't come to kill you, fella. But a bit of gas will keep you from giving an alarm. Here it is.
No.
Now, Kato and I will really go into action. Better get out of here.
That you, Mr. Britt?
Yes, Kato.
You have success, perhaps?
Yes. Now, I'm sure a certain party is connected with that killing last night.
Who you mean?
Senor Comas.
Comas? He attaché in consulate?
Yes.
Will you go over to house and force him to take you to killers?
No. From Axford's description, he's not the type one can bluff or force into anything.
What we do now?
His office is just off the hall. I'm going in, locate it, and leave a Hornet seal on his desk. Then we'll wait on the Black Beauty and see what he does.
It was a simple matter for Britt Reid to locate Comas's office just off the hall. And waiting until the coast was clear, he effected an entrance and left a Hornet seal. Then he returned to the Black Beauty to watch and wait. It was almost 20 minutes later when Comas left the conference with the consul and entered his own office.
It will soon be time for me to... A seal. A seal of the Green Hornet. He has been in here. I know exactly what that Hornet expects me to do. I, too, know a lot of tricks.
Hello?
Sartell?
Yeah. Who are you?
Comas. I have just had a visit by the Green Hornet. He left his seal on my desk.
Holy mackerel. He must have found out something. What are you going to do?
Hold on now, my friend. Don't become panicky. I am going to come over there. I'm sure he will be watching and will follow me.
Hey, you crazy? We ain't playing sitting ducks for the hunted.
Wait, Sartre, wait. Listen. I know what I'm doing. I sincerely hope he does follow me there. It will fit in just right with my plans. Now listen closely. I'll tell you how we'll trap this Green Hornet.
From their vantage point in the Black Beauty, parked in the shadows outside the consulate, Britt and Kato could see the figure of Comas at his desk using the telephone.
He phoned warning to others, Mr. Britt. He not lead us to them.
I was hoping they had no phone at the hideout, Kato. I guess he is phoning someone about finding that seal.
Well, maybe he called police.
Could be, though I hardly think so.
Well, look. He finished phoning. Put on coat and hat.
Maybe I misjudged that man.
What you mean?
Nothing much, Kato. Get ready to follow him when he comes out. His own car must be parked somewhere along the street.
He come out now.
He's going toward a car in the driveway. There he goes. Get after him, Kato.
Look, he go up alley to back door of old house.
Yes. There's moonlight enough to show the place up for what it is. An old, small frame house, probably deserted. So much the better.
What you do now?
Follow him inside, of course. Before I go, Kato, there's some instructions I want to give you. I'll wait outside until you carry them out.
What I to do?
Listen very carefully, and I'll tell you all the details.
In South, Camas had been talking to Sartell and Spike.
Camas, I don't like this. You say you think the Hornet followed you here?
That is what I think.
But you've been here for 20 minutes. If he did follow you here, it'd have been...
I say let's get away from him. No. I didn't expect the Hornet to move hastily. I still feel that he'll come in. We better get ready for him. Now listen to me. This door leads to the back. That door over there leads to the front of the house. The only window in this room is boarded up, as you see.
What about it?
What are you driving at? The Hornet will come in that back door. I left it unlocked for him. You, Spike, stand against the wall alongside it. Have your gun handy.
Okay.
You, Sartell, get on the other side.
Right. Okay. Now what are you going to do?
I'll stand before the door leading to the front so he cannot go out that way. Anyway, it's locked. He'll see me when he enters, but he will not see you two. Quiet now. We'll trap the Hornet. Tie him up. Leave the empty pouch near him. Then phone the police. We'll get away before they come.
I don't like this. I think...
Quiet. The doorknob is turning.
Don't move, Thomas.
I haven't any intention of moving, Hornet.
Lots of nerve, haven't you?
Of course. You're pointing one gun at me. There are two pointing at you from behind.
Hold it, Hornet.
A trap, eh?
What do you think, Dope?
Close the door, Spike.
I see you have a gun too, Thomas.
Yes, that makes three guns pointing at you. Rather a droll situation, is it not? Of course, it can be tragic, Senor Hornet.
Okay. Now you make the next move.
It is my pleasure. First, Hornet,
Hey, there's fire near here.
we have no time to go look at fire, Spike.
Thomas, look. Smoke coming up through the floorboard.
Yeah, and under the doors. Hey, this house is on fire. We gotta get out.
Wait, hold on.
The back door, it's locked. From the outside.
The pouch with the papers, where is it?
Under the floor in that corner.
Oh,
Yeah, Spike. You know it.
I have it. Now we'll...
Like a smart guy.
Spike, Sartell.
They're too busy trying to get out. Take this big shot.
No, that gun. Gas.
Yes. Should have known I used a gas gun.
Gas.
Then you wouldn't have said the wrong thing, Dope.
We gotta get out.
This'll put you out.
Oh.
I'll get you the
The last thing you do is run. Here's another one.
You hurry. I hold door on the other side.
Yes, I thought it was bolted outside. Got the extra mask?
Here.
Put on our canvas. Leave the pouch with it. There. Thing we put those smoke filters on our masks.
I make smudge fires. One in each hall, one in cellar. Call firemen and police.
Yes, and they'll catch us if we don't beat it. Come on.
Later in the city room at the Daily Sentinel.
Reid, I'm glad you came down to get the news.
Yeah, and what news, Chief? Tell him, Sergeant Burke.
Well, Mr. Reid, we got the killers of that consulate messenger and found the stolen pouch.
That's marvelous, Sergeant. How did you do it?
Oh, it was one of those things. The Hornet turned the tables on some killers that used his name.
Yeah. Golly, Reid, we went to a dump on the waterfront. The fire department was there. Somebody called them. But all they found was some pails with greasy rags burning in them to make a lot of smoke.
And when we busted in, we found a guy with a Hornet mask on. Ashford like to went crazy thinking we got the spell paint. But it turned out to be a minor attaché from the consulate, Camas by name. He's really a spy.
Yeah, can you tie that, Reid? 'Twas the guy I interviewed yesterday. Imagine, me in the room alone with the killer. We got the other two along with him.
Sounds like a two-man police force to hear you and Burke talk.
I'm a reporter, not a cop. And I just gave you a humdinger of a story, Gunnigan.
Sure, after the cops gave it to you. Camas was an underground Nazi spy after them papers.
How did you find that out, Sergeant?
All three of them squealed all over the place. They used Hornet masks, the seal, and the gas pen when they held up the car for the killing.
A gas pen, you say?
Yeah, ain't that something? Any dope ought to know the Hornet uses a gas gun. But of course they did get away with it. Almost.
Almost is right, actually.
I'll bet the Green Hornet's saying about the same thing right now. Huh, Mr. Reid?
I wouldn't be surprised, Sergeant. I really wouldn't be surprised.
popular radio dramas created by George W. Trendle are a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet, Incorporated. All characters, names, places, and incidents used are fictitious.